Alexa, volume to 2, por favor. Mientras estaba en la ducha pensé muchas cosas y una de esas cosas que pensé es how proud I am of myself. He venido, I've come so far y bueno, por eso estoy arreglando todo esto, que también se me olvidó lo bonito que es set up the space and make the space, and I haven't done this in months, and I think the last time I did it, ironically, was when the last couple of videos, and I was feeling, I could see it in the video, and it makes me a little emotional to see myself that way, como so low, but at the same time, I've already dealt with those feelings, and I'm not victimizing myself because I took the time to do that. Yes, como que it's sad, but we have to come above it. Entonces, I can't wait to do this. Let me do this fast because I'm already like, I'm gonna tell you everything. But yes, let me finish.
Para la gente que no está viendo el video y solamente está escuchando, acá estoy poniendo mi intención en el palito santo y básicamente setting up the space for me to record.
Te pongo con intención de que lo que diga lo haga desde mi corazón, lo diga con amor, y my sincerest hope es que si algo que escucharon acá, my sincerest hope is if there was something that you guys heard here that you felt identified with and that somehow, some way helped you heal a little, and it's not that you're broken, but if it helped your journey anyhow, any way, I hope to help you in the process. That's my only wish with Fousey. Let me mute this. Hello. Okay. Hi, you guys. How are you? Let me tell you that my heart is beating a little bit because I haven't done this in months. And I'm super excited to share everything that I've realized this last couple of months, weeks, days, seconds, minutes. With you guys, because hopefully, and this is truly my only intention for doing Fousey, for sitting down and doing this, there's too many intentions. Like, there's only one, but there's two. One of them, this is like a little video diary for myself that I'm going to be able to look back to and say like, wow, that little Pau or that younger Pau, or it's just, I don't know. Some people like taking pictures. I like taking pictures too, but videos is another level for me. So that's one intention, to express to myself through you guys. And then the second intention is for you guys to take something out of this that helps your journey. That's my only want. If you watch this, whether you're in the car, in the shower, getting ready, eating breakfast, like whenever you hear music but instead you listen to a podcast, those are the moments where certain things just get your attention. And so yeah, I just hope to impact you guys in some way, shape, or form. So I don't even know how to start because I haven't done this in such a long time. So let me breathe, drink water, and then I can continue. He's gonna help me.
For the people who aren't watching the video, it's a little Buddha, beautiful
He's the
Buddha.
sweetest
Buddha.
thing ever, my baby Buddha. Okay. Let me get comfortable. Okay. So, in the last 3 months, for so in the last since March, I've been going through a very long, beautiful, um, difficult, annoying um, journey of transformation. And when I say transformation, this is something that I've been wanting for so long in so many aspects of my life that I'm getting them. Like I am doing, it's like a season. It's like season one. It's like the first 3 months, December, January, no, enero, febrero, marzo, the first 3 months. It's like planning. It's like, okay, what is it that I want? What is it that I want? What is it that I want? And then from marzo, abril, mayo, those other 3 months, you're beginning to work on those like three things I mentioned. So for me, that was transformation, transformation, transformation. I want transformation in my body, in how I think, in how I talk, in my house, in my job, in my relationships, in Fulsi, in everything. And I realized that if I was in such a rush to change everything, they made me realize, and I realized that it was because I wasn't loving the person who I was. So I wanted to change her really bad, really fast, really like now. Um, and I think that was really hard for me, for like my mental and my physical and my spiritual life. That was a lot to take in all at once. And it's crazy how emotional I'm feeling right now, because I don't think I've ever, like, I've analyzed everything that has happened by, like, in a micro perspective, but when I look at it in a macro perspective, like I'm doing now, it's like, wow. So I'm realizing so many things right now. And so as I'm realizing them, and I'm expressing them. So this is me. I welcome you guys to be vulnerable as well, because I rather for to have one good cry like I'm doing right now, and like and for it to come out all at once in a healthy, nice space, than in other spaces where other people could get hurt, physically or emotionally. So this is my place, and I'm glad you guys are, if you're still listening, because honestly I don't know who listens to this, because like I said, I do this more for myself. If other people hear it and it resonates with them, amazing. But besides that, I usually post a video, post an episode, and that's it. I leave it, and I don't touch it until like months later. I'm like, oh wow, okay, 50 people watched it, 100 people watched it. But it's not about the numbers. It's like, oh, interesting. Like someone is watching them. I wonder what you guys think. But hopefully it helps you. So um, let me go back. And so I realized that in me wanting to change and transform everything, I was lacking self-love. And so when I realized that, I chose and I began to do kind of a program, kind of, it's therapy almost, but it's a magical therapy. I don't know how to explain it. I will one day if you guys want to. But to to tell you what I want to at the moment is that I have never in my life, I felt so much love for myself ever. And it's such a beautiful thing to experience, but it's also, some people are gonna see it as selfish. It's also a little bit like, whoa, scary, because you're like, no, kidding, it's not scary. At least not for me yet. Or I don't know. Mm, but it's something I've never experienced before, and I love it. I love it because I'm learning so much about myself, and I'm applying everything that I wanted to apply. So, for example, I wanted to have a transformational change with my body in what I feed it. And when I say feed it, I don't mean only food. I don't mean only drinks, but I also mean music. I also mean shows, books, people that I'm around with, sex, the things that I let in willingly or unwillingly. And I lost my train of thought. Fuck. Espera. Um, so it's all of those aspects that you are constantly feeding into. And so for me, that has been happening, that detox almost in those areas in the last couple of weeks, months now. And it's beautiful. So, for example, um, wait, but let me not let me tell you about this my therapy, my program, my what I'm doing right now. A gift, this gift, let me tell you this gift that I'm doing for myself. Um, Part of that is connecting back to the original love, which is your self love. And I have never felt so much love for somebody in my life. And I am a person that loves so much. I love people, I love animals, I love everything and everyone, and I love life so much. But mm, I think in the process of giving so much love to everything and everyone, um, I was, I think, running out of it at some point. And that's why I was feeling so like, so, I don't know, complicated in my mind and in my heart and in my physical and my mental and my spiritual. So, yeah. So I'm realizing all of these things now, and it's beautiful. I'm so, so proud. I'm so proud of myself, and the fact that what I've been feeding my body in terms of food, it's been, my eating habits are different. I eat only when I'm hungry, and sometimes when I have cravings too, but not as much as before. And now I crave healthier, let's not label it, but I crave like juicy, fresh stuff. And that's mostly, I get that out of fruit or I don't know, it depends. But now I focus on eating those things, and I look for them. I find myself looking for those things without a reason or without a diet or without anything. I am starting to listen to my body and what she wants it's for me to eat. He and she, because we all have both. Um, with music, I loved I don't do it so much anymore, but I used to love, 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 love reggaeton. I would listen in the morning, at night, in the afternoon. If I was relaxing, whatever I was doing, I was listening to reggaeton. And recently, I've understood and I've come to live the fact that music is going inside of me, basically. Like it's going through my ears, through my brain, through my body, and I'm gonna feel something. So if I'm feeding negative music with either, I don't want to get in specific, but let me get specific. Let me get specific. Hold on, hold on. Since I started loving myself more, I've understand the power of words. When words that are being said to me, that I'm listening to, and that women in general get. And I want those words to be gentle and to be loving and to being happy and positive and like in a high wavelength, if I can say it that way. And I've when I really, really, really listen to the songs and that I automatically sing, and then I'm like, okay, let me listen to the lyrics of songs that I've been listening to for months and years and decades. La gringa, décadas. I don't resonate with the song anymore. I'm like, nah. And so I unlike it from my music. And I've been doing that. And in a way that's like a detox in music. And I've been adding more music that I connect more with. So that's another thing that I've been feeding my body. What's another thing? And the main and all of this, it all bundles up to love. But let me tell you how I give it to myself physically. I've started to love like caressing. Me encanta consentirme, como que tocar mi piel y I've been doing that. Like while I'm sitting down and talking to somebody, I just started. Let's say I'm talking to someone and I'm doing like this. This is also like giving me myself physical love. And I've even come to love my toes, which if you know me, if you've known me for a really, 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 really long time, you know that toes are a big thing for me. Because my family has always told me, and I've believed them because obviously, why wouldn't I? When you're a little girl, you believe anything and you don't question anything. And they've told me that my toes are ugly. And so I've always had this thing with my toes. Hence, not loving my body, not loving all of me. And you can obviously see how that still triggers me a little. um, but no, I've come to terms with it and I've understand that it's not me, it's them. Yes, they're not the most beautiful toast I've ever seen, but I love them. And so now, whenever I see, always, always, all my life, whenever I see people with good toes, what I find attractive, I don't find toes attractive, but if they have attractive toes, I like that because I have it like a little trauma with my toes. And so I tell them, like, wow, you have beautiful toes. And they're like, what? I'm like, it's okay, just take it. Okay, that is physical. That's some physical food I'm giving myself. What else did I mention? Through sex. So this is actually something that I'm going to be talking about for season 3, which is about sex. And for me, one of the most important things about that season is for the first episode to be about the energy exchange that you have with people whenever you have sex. And I want that to be like the base. And then we can talk about everything else, all the other branches of it. But in terms of sex, I have come to understand that who I let in physically and energetically is a really big deal. And women don't really know or understand, again, like, because we don't know better. They never teach us this. So when you, as a woman, we are the ones that literally collect all of the men's energy, right? Because we, like, imagine our uterus. It's a bowl. Um, and the penis is the, like, the hose. And if that hose is dirty, or maybe the word is not dirty, I'm sorry, it's not dirty, if it's contaminated, is that a good word, a better word? If it's, yeah, carrying a little bit of poison, or not, like, oh my goodness, if it's not pure, or filtered, let's use that word, if it's not filtered, then the woman is going to collect all of that. And I I am applying that in my life. I am understanding that. I am going to talk more about this, and I love the fact that I'm learning every single day more about that, because it's such an important thing in all of our lives, whether we have a partner, whether we're single, whether we are who we are. Yeah. So what else? What else? Oh, I missed you guys. I love this. I really missed doing this. I'm gonna, I think this is what I needed. You see, like, I feel so happy. Okay. I'm feeling inspired. And honestly, this wasn't part of it. I'm sorry I did that. I'm sorry. I'm really not sorry. But me puse como weird, como, no, weird, no, como penosa. I'm like, I feel like a little girl. You see, that's another thing. My inner child has come up so much in the most beautiful, lovingest way ever. And one of the exercises about that I'm doing is getting to know myself like I would with a man or a woman or whoever I'm getting to know. And the way that you get to know someone is through their eyes. So you, like, talk to them and look at their eyes, and information is being exchanged, information and energy. And so how are you able to do that with another person if you've never done it with yourself? So part of that exercise is looking at the mirror for a couple of minutes and looking at yourself and seeing what emotions come up, and seeing how you're feeling. And that's how you get to know yourself. And so I write everything after the minutes pass. And overall, I can tell you that the thing that's been, because I've been doing it for 7 days, and I don't know if I have to keep doing it. I need to ask. But the current word that I use when writing those reflections is proud. I'm proud of myself. I love myself, and I see myself. Like, I see that magic in me. I see esa niña curiosa, and she comes out in ways that, like, for example, let me tell you a story. When I used to be little, I used to do the same thing that I was doing, but without knowing what I was doing. So when right now, yesterday, looking in the mirror for a couple of minutes while doing something, I did the same exact thing when I was little. Remember, I was like 8, 9 years old, and I would whenever I would talk on the phone, I would sit on the counter of my bathroom and just stare at myself and talk, and like I would get distracted looking at myself, and I wouldn't hear what the other person was saying. But I love to do that. And I remember whenever I used to cry, I would cry in front of the mirror. Have you ever done that? Have you ever cried in front of the mirror? And for some reason, I thought of those two things that I did yesterday, that I've done when I was a child. Those things came up in that little meditation or getting to know myself, and it was very interesting. Um, so that's how I'm also feeding myself. I'm feeding myself love through seeing and getting to know myself. It's like dating myself. Hmm. What's another thing? My clothes, the way that I've dressed. I feel like I now dress the way that I want to, the way that I feel. And whether people like it or not, it's not gonna really change my way of dressing. And I'm loving that because I'm getting to, it's like I found my uniform in a way. Like I found what I like. It's basically high top jeans and a little shirt, like a crop top shirt, but long enough. I love that, and I think it's so easy, and you can apply it anytime for any situation. What else? I've also given myself love to through yoga. I signed up for teacher training, and I'm not doing it, at least as of today. I'm not doing it with the intention of teaching at some point, but if I have that skill, I'm gonna use it. Interesting. Something came up. You see, it's like, oh, but I want to use it more to know myself because I understand that everything is connected. Everything. Like we are connected to the world, but also think that there is a world inside of us that we don't know. And through yoga, I've come to explore that and understand that and love that. And it's a journey that you have to go through, but it's like a mental journey. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. So I want to know the history of it. It's like I'm going to school for something that I truly want and desire, and I'm excited too. I feel like a little girl and I love it. And so I'm super excited for that. What else? What else can I tell you? Um, let's see, my body, how I think, how I feel, how I communicate, how I connect with people. And lately, and the last thing that how I want to sound is like I know better than you, and I know more than you, and I'm better. Like, no, 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 no. Every single person is in a different wavelength than me, than you, than everybody. Everybody is in a different wavelength. Sometimes we connect those wavelengths because I feel like it's one whole wavelength energy, right? But then there's different types of energies. Um, so like a thing that you have in common with someone else, you're connecting your energy through those same things, but collectively it's one whole collective energy with layers of it. And I lost my train of thought. Hold on, I'm gonna get it back. Ay, se me pasó. Mm, collective. Oh, that I don't want to ever sound um like if I'm telling you to do something or obligating you, or saying that if you're not doing what I'm doing, then I don't know, whatever people may think that I'm doing negatively, I'm not. I'm doing it with the best intention, the best love. Todo con amor. Todo con amor. So, yes. Something that has also worked for me is really understanding that dude, I lost my train of thought again. I'm not liking this so much. Okay, let's see, little booties. Little booty. What's this saying? Another physical way in which my body has been, oh, this is a big one. This is a big one. Another physical way in which my body has changed and transformed, and therefore that has also transformed my mentality and the way that I see myself, is my skin. So a really big thing for me was having cystic acne in my chin. And here's the thing, it was a weird relationship with it, because like I saw them, I was never ashamed of them. Whenever they would come up, I'm like, oh, there they are again, okay. But in this moment, like in those last 3 months that I'm talking about, they were constantly there. Whereas before, they would just flare up every like 3 months, every 4 months. It came to a point in which I even have it written down. Let me see if I can find it. But I literally said to myself, and it felt like, me siento como un asco, because I would see the way that they would flare up, the pus, that redness, how much it would hurt physically, like they would hurt. And I was like, okay, feel that feeling. Okay, you feel that way, but don't get stuck there. Let me read it because I feel like it's so, oh, okay. This was in April 25th, 2021. Hoy me siento como un asco. Today I feel disgusting. Pero lo voy a analizar porque me siento así en vez de hundirme en él. But I'm going to analyze why I feel that way instead of drowning in that feeling. Me siento un asco porque siento que mi cuerpo está gritándome que lo quiera, cuide más a través de lo que me alimento. Whoa. I feel disgusting because I feel like my body is screaming that for me to love it and take care of it more through the food and how I am feeding myself, alimentándome. Al ver cómo me cambia la piel y empieza a salir como pus de los poros de mi cara, me siento sucia. To see my skin changing, and to see how the pus comes out of the pores, I just feel disgusting, and I used to feel dirty for it. Y no sé si el tener grasa acumulada es normal, pero verlo, and then I don't know if having accumulated oils in your face is normal, but in seeing it, siento que la comida que empecé a comer Siento que la comida que empecé a comer again after not eating it for a while fue carnes, leches y alcohol. Okay, I feel like a food that I stopped having and then I had back to back, it was meats, milks, and alcohol.
mi barriga se hincha, me salen unos breakouts y hasta mi pelo es diferente. Wow. And I'm saying wow because it's like I'm bringing it back again, and that is the reason why I do videos, because it's different. It's like it's a different kind of feeling. But I'm saying here that my stomach, it would bloat, and then I would get the breakouts, and then even my hair would be different. El caso con todo esto es decir que aunque hoy me sienta fea por dentro, me molesta full porque nunca me he sentido así conscientemente. The point to all of this is to say that even though I feel like that and I feel ugly inside, it really bothers me because I've never consciously felt ugly inside or outside. And for me, that was like, I feel so not loved by myself, and I was projecting that into other people, and that was also hurting me because I was projecting that. And if I ever projected anything on anyone who's listening to this and is listening, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know it's me. Sometimes it may be you, but sometimes it's myself. So I am sorry. But let me finish reading this. Y ahora que está presente, lo veo más. And now that it's present, I see it more. Necesito y me daré amor propio para poder sanar, perdonar, renovar, limpiar, etc. con lo de adentro, un detox total. And now that I feel present and that I am conscious about it, I see it more. I need and I'm going to give myself love in order to heal, in order to forgive, in order to renovate, to clean, etc. with the inside, like a total detox. Y puse, en vez de ahogarme por ese feeling, lo transformo a información usable para empezar a sanar. Instead of me drowning in that feeling of I feel ugly, I feel disgusting, I feel all of this, I'm going to transform that feeling into information that's usable for me to start healing. For example, I will start researching and learning to know more about the detox cleanses and everything in order to detox. And now that I'm reading it, it's crazy because when I wrote it and I said detox and cleanse, I was not thinking this was when? This was in April. And I was talking about food. But like I said, and I realized what you feed your body is more than just food. It's energy, it's sex, it's who you're hanging around with, it's the things that you're watching, hearing, everything. And so now that I'm reading it, my detox and my cleanse, I'm doing it right now. And that's through doing programs like this and talking about it with you guys. And whew, I'm learning so much. Whew, let me... And then I continue to say, in the meantime, I will love myself because it's doing what it can with the consumption I am giving it. It's only fair. En el proceso me voy a amar a mí misma porque está haciendo lo que puede con lo que yo le estoy dando y con lo que está consumiendo, que yo le estoy dando. Es solamente lo justo. Why are we mad? And this is a question that I want to ask you guys and myself. Why are we so mad about our bodies if ironically we are the ones giving it fuel to survive? ¿Por qué nosotros como que nos molestamos tanto y le damos tantos golpes mentales, físicos, energéticos a nuestro cuerpo cuando literalmente, y nos quejamos de eso, decimos, ¿por qué mi cuerpo está así? ¿Por qué me siento así? ¿Por qué? Again, no es un regaño, es un regaño para mí y para ustedes, como lo quieran tomar, pero yo lo estoy diciendo para mí. Entonces, yo criticando mi cuerpo, yo diciendo que asco como me siento, estoy fucking grano, me siento sucia, siento que lo que como, esto, lo otro, me estaba poniendo mal. And I was the one causing all of that for me to say all of that back. So it's like this whole cycle that just starts with me, myself, and is okay. Am I taking care of myself? Am I feeding myself in the best way that I can? And if I'm not, then I can't complain because I consciously know that I'm doing something that is not super beneficial to my body. So if our bodies are not functioning, is because we are not wanting for it to work at its best. We settle. Y si nuestro cuerpo no está funcionando, es porque nosotros no queremos que no funcione en su mejor potencial. Literalmente nos quedamos confortes y confortes. Nos quedamos conformes con eso. Y okay, listo. Like if you want to settle for that, sure. Because I have settled for that. And I've complained about myself because of that. But now I'm doing something different. I'm transforming that feeling into information that I can use and that I'm using. And so here I wrote acne, sex drive, hair, stomach issues, sleep, nails, appetite, pee and the bathroom, food and water. I want to change, so I am going to be the change. I am ready, committed. I am love. I am change. But yeah, you guys, this is what I've been going through. I want to stop here because I feel like the camera is gonna get full and I don't want to delete anything. And I have expressed everything, and I hope from my deepest part of my little heart, I hope that somehow, some way, you get across this beautiful information that I have come to understand and live through. And that's the only reason why I'm explaining it, is because I learned through teaching it, and I also learn by living it. But you have to live it in order to teach it. But yeah, you guys, thank you for listening. If you are until this point, I'm so happy. I feel this way in order for me to give you guys what, again, you deserve and what you hopefully come here to get. I love you guys. I love you so much. And I hope you have a beautiful night or day or whatever you are, in whatever time you are in. But I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful life. I'll see you in the next episode. I cannot wait. This makes me so happy. I honestly feel it in my bones that Foz is gonna be different. Like, of course it's gonna be different. Of course, if I'm different every week, every day, every second, every year, Foz is gonna be it. Because okay, I can't wait. I can't wait to have this journey with you guys. And even if you guys is one person, 100, 1,000, a million, I am here for it. As long as it makes me happy, as long as I am loving it, then it's going to be magical. So let's do it. Okay.